they were bottling soda water and shipping that to people outside the city limits. And they ran this as a candy store, and out back there was a soda fountain, and that's of course where you'd actually go and have a Coke. And then on the other side was where the bottling works was. One of the original soda fountains are right here, and this of course is made of marble. The containers that held the syrup were made of marble. Right, take it out. And of course all the sprickets are silver. There were copper coils that would run through the machine, and large blocks of ice were kept at the top, and that would keep everything good and refrigerated. You go in, you pay 5 cents a glass. They would put 1 ounce of syrup in your glass and fill the rest of the glass up with soda water. If you chose so, you could also have just plain water instead of the carbonation. You had hundreds of flavors to choose from. Some of them were very good. Some of them weren't so good, and some of them were just downright nasty. You had Coca-Cola, sarsaparilla, peach, puree. You had a flavor called rose, which I know is really sweet, with crushed rose petals. You even had a flavor for the undecided called don't care, So you'd go in, like I said, pay 5 cents a glass. They fill your glass up with 1 ounce of syrup, the rest of the glass of soda water. You finish your drink and be along your way. Now, Bidenharn family, like I said, they already bottled soda water and shipping it outside the city limits, and this is actually a reproduction model. But we do have some of the originals in the museum. But they look very similar to this, except the glass was frosted. And they had a cork top. This was called a blob top bottle. And the Bidenharn started bottling Coke here in 1894, the summer of 1894. They sent 2 cases of the Coca-Cola to the president of the Coke company, A.C. Candler. He gave him the permission to bottle Coke, but basically told him Coke wasn't really interested in getting involved. They figured it was just a novelty, it wasn't really going to catch on very well. So the Bidenharn started bottling it here on their own, and then of course, after the Coca-Cola company seen how it just spread like wildfire, they decided to open their first plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Oh. Not too long after that. But the Bidenharn family and the Coca-Cola don't get all the credit for actually putting it in this glass bottle.